All right, guys, let's do a little quick reaction to that UFC 329 press conference. The Mac is back, baby. Yeah, that was like the old Conor McGregor, right? Yeah, he recaptured a little bit of that old self. It wasn't just hate. I was worried, especially after that interview that they showed on the White House card with him and Max. I think Daniel Cormier was the one hosting that, or was it Joe Rogan? It might have been Joe Rogan, but it was just more of that just yelling, angry Connor. That's not the Connor we want to see. That's not the Connor we like. We like the smooth, relaxed, flowy, witty Connor, right? We like laughing and singing Connor. He got up there, he was singing, singing a tune. I don't know what that song was. Maybe an Irish song, but he's singing his tune. Patty the Baddie's not backing him up, but that was a relaxed, happy, loose Connor. That's the Connor we want to see. Whether he wins and loses, that's still a big if. I don't know if he can recapture any of his old self um, after 5 years off and the leg break, but just the happy-go-lucky, funny Connor, the charismatic Connor. That's the one we want to see. So I'm glad that Connor's back, at least for the moment. We'll see what happens, after the fight, and if he maintains that. Because the second Dustin fight, he was pretty happy-go-lucky, but and friendly. But it's good to see this Connor back. So hopefully we keep that. As far as the press conference, man, it was fine. It was good. Is it just me, or do you kind of miss like the bigger, longer form press conferences they used to do for these big events, where they'd bring up the whole main card and it would go for like 45 minutes, right? Like it. I mean, this one felt short, but it didn't need to be any longer. I mean, we were kind of at an impasse as far as what questions were going to get asked and what answers were going to get given. I mean, you had BSD. He doesn't have much to say. He was mostly just repeating, the same stuff. But he's got a language barrier. English isn't his first language, and he's up there with some huge personalities. So I don't fault him there. But then Patty the Batty was really just honestly being real respectful of Conor McGregor. He's really taken a respectful approach and kind of felt like he was just trying to kind of take his step back and not get in the way of the Mac. But yeah, and then not a lot of variance in questions, honestly. A lot of, oh, well, what are you going to do if Max does the point down? Which we all know. Connor will meet him. If Connor's still there, 10 seconds left in the fifth and final round, I don't think there's really any doubt in anybody's mind that Connor's going to be down. He's going to meet him in the center at that point down. So, be cool if we get that. Personally, I think it's highly unlikely the fight lasts that long, but it'd be cool if it did. But yeah, you just questions like that. What are you gonna do, Connor, if Max points down? Oh, Max, are you gonna do the point down? Oh, Max, what's your strategy? Oh, Connor, what's your strategy? And, what are they supposed to say? Of course, they're gonna say they're gonna kick each other's asses. That's it. Max is saying, and it is what it is. I'm gonna drag him to deep waters. Conor McGregor with the I'm gonna demolish him. All that. So yeah, good press conference. We got a little bit of singing out of Connor, got a little bit of singing out of Patty. Patty had got a pretty big pop. People were talking about it maybe rivaling Connor's or even bigger than Connor's. I haven't kept up with all the media going on this week, so I couldn't say for sure. Felt like Connor's pop was still a little bit bigger coming into the press conference than Patty's was, but Patty got a good pop. Yeah, Patty's popular. He's a little bit more popular than I even probably give him credit for, honestly. But other than that, Max getting booed a little bit was a little weird, right? We're not used to seeing Max get booed. I thought that was a little strange. Even if you're a Connor guy, I don't know if you can boo Max. I mean, fuck, Max is a legend in his own right and a stand-up guy. So I was a little surprised at some of the Max boos, if I'm being honest. I did not think that was going to happen, but hey, here we are. Ninth Island, stand up. But that was a fun press conference, so I did enjoy it. Like I said, I wish they would have brought out the main card and done a longer one, so maybe we'd get some more varied questions. Dana was in his regular curmudgeonly mood, kind of, a little humorous, but they got asked about now that there's Zuffa boxing, is there going to be a fight between Connor and Floyd in Zuffa boxing? And that was pretty funny. Connor's just yes, and Dana's like, oh, we hadn't thought of that. Thank you. So a little bit of sarcastic stuff going on there. I think that guy he kind of touched on something there. They're like, oh no, don't expose our plans. But what was the other question Dana got a little grumpy about? Oh hell, I don't. Oh, about why Connor's not fighting sooner and if he's gonna come back. I mean, look, guys, they're not gonna go into the weeds with these answers, right? Connor's not gonna sit up there and bash Dana or the promotion for. He's not that guy. He is a promoter's dream. So, and then of course Dana is also not going to answer your question. Oh, why isn't Connor fighting sooner? Can you tell us about contract negotiations? I think Dana's response was, oh yes, let's you and me talk about that right here and now. It's not going to happen, guys. So, as far as a press conference goes, it's not like I can think of right now any more interesting questions I would have asked at it. Maybe if I had time and prepared, I would have came up with something. But it was just kind of boilerplate questions, but it was still fun. It was a good vibe, good atmosphere. Connor seems better. He seems locked in. He seems calm, almost lethargic at certain points during this week, right? But it remains to be seen whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I definitely think it's better than Connor. I don't think that was helping him at all. So I'll take lethargic Connor over that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good night of fights. I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm going to be dropping a long breakdown video. We're going to break down the entire card, so tune in for that. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to breaking down this card. This is a fun card, guys. This is normally when Connor comes back, they don't stack the card because Connor just kind of sells it himself. So I've been kind of pleasantly surprised that this card is stacked, man. Like, this is a fun card. You got Corey Sandhagen, Mario Bautista. That's going to be a cracker of a fight. You've got Rob Whittaker, Bobby Knuckles, the Reaper, making his 205 debut. I mean, that's exciting. I've always been a huge Bobby Knuckles fan. And Nikita Krylov, I think, is a good first opponent for him to test those waters at 205. Nikita's good. Nikita's exciting. So that's going to be a good... I mean, just up and down this card, honestly. I mean, we have some fun fights. And something they mentioned at the press conference that I actually didn't know, they said that Benoit Saint Denis has the most finishes in lightweight history in in UFC. I think they said he has the most finishes in UFC history in the last 5 years. So a 5-year history, but that was impressive. I didn't realize Benoit had gotten so many finishes. I guess I remember how much he's fought. I'll have to go back, and when we break down the card tomorrow, we'll go back through his record and kind of get a refresher on some of those finishes and stuff. But yeah, man, exciting. It's gonna be an exciting fight card. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. Win, lose, or draw for all these guys. I think it's gonna be a fun card, and I hope that we get to see the same Connor throughout. I hope, even if in a worst case scenario, even if Max just whoops his ass, I hope he stays this grounded, more humble, older version of himself. People keep saying, oh, we like the new Connor. I like this new Connor. That shows that you're a new fan. Because this isn't new Connor. This is old Connor. This is who he was. This is the Connor that we all loved when he was coming up. This is why, people like me are never going to completely discount him and say, oh, fuck that guy. Because of all the shenanigans and the stuff he's done. Because I was there for the come up. I was there, I started watching Conor McGregor when he was still in Cage Warriors. And just following that come up until it got dark. After it got dark, I was off the bandwagon. I didn't like that. Even the Khabib stuff. And I wasn't the biggest Khabib fan at the time, but, I don't think Khabib's a bad guy at all. And just how dark he went with that and, into the drinking and the drugs. And, I jumped off then, but I always hoped that he would come back to this, because this isn't new Connor. This is old Connor. This is the Connor we all love. The fun Connor, the happy Connor, the laid back and joking and laughing and singing and yeah, he'll talk a little bit of trash. That's fine, but this was the Connor of old that we've all just wanted to come back. So I hope even if he gets his ass whooped, because he's got a tough mountain to climb. Max is so good, and he's been away for so long. It's a tough mountain to climb, but I just hope that no matter what happens Saturday, he keeps that same energy, stays on this path to recovery. Because for his family's sake, too, man, he's got a beautiful family, 4 kids. I just hope he stays on a good path. That's ultimately what we want, right? We want him happy. We want his family happy. We want his kids happy. That is going to be the best outcome for everybody. So, yeah, let's hope he stays on this path. But yeah, guys, that press conference got me excited. I think it's going to be a real fun card. So tune in for that breakdown tomorrow. I'll be dropping that sometime tomorrow evening. And guys, I'm just starting out. I'm new at this. I'm going to get better, I promise. But, just stick with me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me, a like, a subscribe. Comment. I'll engage with you in the comments. I'll talk to you. I want to start a community. I want engagement. I want to go back and forth. If you guys disagree about something I'm saying or agree or, just have a different opinion, let's talk, guys. Let's build up this community where we can, have these discussions together, because community is important, guys. I ended one of my last videos with a talk about, exercising, how good that is for depression. So we'll end this one with community. Community is really good, even if it's even an internet community, honestly. In person is obviously going to be better if you've got a tribe of people in person, but even an internet, yeah, sorry guys, even an internet community is gonna do you good if you can really get in there and engage and be active with it. And that's what I want to build, guys. I want some place we can go, because at the end of the day, we might have different opinions on what fighters we like and what fighters we don't like, or different styles and matchups and things like that. But at the end of the day, we're all combat fans. We're fans of the sport. We're fans of MMA, of boxing, of what have you. We're fans of this. So we got to kind of stick together and talk to each other and be a community. I think it's a good thing. I think that a lot of these other creators out there who have built these communities, it's a wonderful thing, and I love it. I support all of them. So yeah, let's do it, guys. So follow me, the Fat MMA on Instagram and the Fat MMA on X. I have those set up now. I will try to link them in this video. Yeah, have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, and let's get pumped for these fights.